Communications and Works Minister Mark Vanterpool has credited Dr. Orlando Smith's leadership for sustaining economic stability for the Virgin Islands amidst the global economic challenges. In an impassioned 2-hour presentation to the budget debate, the Minister of Communications and Works says the National Democratic Party is on a path to take the Virgin Islands forward. Minister Vanterpool applauded the leadership of Premier Smith, stating that government is committed to laying a firm foundation for the benefit of successive generations of Virgin Islanders.
I'm very happy. I am very happy to report to the people of this territory, Madam Speaker, that in 2013, the leadership of this country, under the guide of our Premier, Dr. D. Orlando Smith, was able, despite all of the issues, he ran all over the world, to London, to everywhere, Hong Kong, everywhere, to try to make sure that our revenue was staying intact. And sometimes I thought he was pulling his hairs out. He probably pulled out some. But Madam Speaker, at the end of the day, when we added it all up, when you add it up, Madam Speaker, which is what counts, Madam Speaker, it is not the way through that counts so much, but it is the end that counts, Madam Speaker, that this Premier and this government, despite all the noise that you hear, and despite all the stepping out and stepping in and going around and coming around and talks and criticisms, which is fine, but what matters, Madam Speaker, is that this surgeon has performed surgery and has done it well. 300 million plus to be able to run our country is no mean feat. It's not by accident. It's not by happenstance. It was by getting down to it. And at times, Madam Speaker, I must admit, we harassed him, we were frustrated. But he said, steady she goes. Take it easy, guys. We're going to see a way through, and he's done it.
The Works Minister was irate with the current airlift arrangements that sees visitors being routed through countries such as Antigua and St. Martin before arriving in the BVI.
The basic principle, Madam Speaker, that we, if we want to be able to compete in the tourism market, and I'll come to the reason why I say that a little later, the reason why we must be able to compete in the tourism market, Madam Speaker, if we are going to compete in it, we must be able to have certain amenities. And one of those necessary amenities, Madam Speaker, is to have an international airport where direct flights can come in to the territory of the Virgin Islands. We are marketing the territory of the Virgin Islands. Tortola, Virgin Gorda, Jos Van Dyke, Anegada, and all the others, Peter Island, South Island, Cuba Island, all of them we are marketing. And we must market them and then fly the people in the St. Thomas. Man, time we get out of that. It's time we get out of that, Madam Speaker. I am doing all the marketing. And then the people don't get up and the flight leaves New York or London or wherever. And the next announcement is we are now arriving at the BC Board International Airport in Antigua. Madam Speaker, what they marking the place for? For BC Board International Airport in Antigua? No, man. You're going to France. You're going wherever you're going to now find new markets, and the people landing in St. Martin. You guys sit down over there for 3, 4, 5 hours to get a Tortola. Where this place is, buddy? Madam Speaker, this might be behind God's face. That I guys sit down 5 hours in St. Martin, and I gotta be in Antigua. And when the people realize that they ain't really staying in Antigua, you don't get much attention because they're going to Tortola. No, my Madam Speaker. It's time for us to take our own on our own.
Minister Vanterpool stressed the importance of upgrading the TB Lettsome International Airport and extending and improving the Road Town cruise pier along with other infrastructural development. Vanterpool said $8 million have been allocated for the National Sewage Project, $15.3 million for extensive road repairs under 3 major islands, and $1 million for city improvements around Road Town. Commenting on the cruise pier project and the recently signed berthing agreements, Minister Vanterpool says the decision will help benefit all in the BVI.
We must move towards developing that pier. And I understood from the one, Madam Speaker, it doesn't just happen because We can't write the check just like that. So we needed button agreements. We needed arrangements that could make it happen. And we have done so. Now, I listen to people. You can't have it all. When you're making an agreement, it can't be all your way. Yes, we'd have liked to have it and have it for nothing and have all we could get in it. But you have to be able to make concessions to the other party. Somebody say you're giving away the country and you're doing this and doing the other. Huh? See, who thought more giving away the country? Because I'm glad that this government came in office to rescue the country from being given away. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to go any further. Now, we have schools to build. We have hospitals to develop. We have medical things to do. We have the seniors to take care of, Madam Speaker. We have roads to build. We have sewage. We have water. We have all those things to do. And you're going to tell me we have an agreement coming to us where the people used to pay before $7 a head in the winter and $2 or $3 a head in the summer. And somebody is coming to me and say, hey, sir, if you give me a little space on your dock for the next 15 years, give me the little space. That's all I want, a little space. You tell me I can have that, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to pay you $15 a head for the next 15 years. No, Madam Speaker, that translates somewhere between about $8 million a year versus $3 million that I'm collecting now.
The Minister for Communications and Works says Bywater is expected to start providing water this year, and the Water and Sewage Department is working on improving storage and distribution. And Premier Dr. Orlando Smith reiterated the importance of building the reserve fund, which, with the expected addition of $15.5 million this year, would bring the total to $51 million. Other members of the House see the consistent growth of the reserve fund as crucial to securing the financial independence of the territory and for further economic development.
When the government took in office in November of 2011, the reserve fund was $7 million, a little over that. No, Madam Speaker, it's somewhere in the region of $36 million today. And in the budget now, we have another $15 million allocated there, Madam Speaker. So by the end of the year, you're going to have about $51 million or so in the reserve fund. Now, based on what is in the protocols, you need to have 25% of your recurrent expenditure, which would be somewhere in the region, Madam Speaker, of about $62 million or so. And that is significant. So we about, at the end of this year, will be $11 million away from reaching that $62 million that we're supposed to have in the protocols. And it's significant for us because as the minister said earlier, Minister for Communication and Works said earlier, it is important to our financial independence. It's important to our financial independence. You cannot, every time we need a loan now, we got to run to Britain to come sign off for us. No. No. We should be able to do that for ourselves.